Good morning, all of you. So if you fail to achieve your dreams, change your ways, not your principle. Trees change their leaves, not their roots. Good morning. So very important topics for today. Extra hepatic apparatus or biliary tree. Okay, has any idea about biliary tree? Namle ne thalan extra hepatic means what is the meaning of extra hepatic? Other than the liver. Liver ma there is formation of bile. That formation of bile is carried by this biliary tree to the duodenum, second part of the duodenum. So that structures are known as biliary trees or extrahepatic biliary apparatus. Same thing, extrahepatic biliary apparatus or biliary tree. Biliary tree. अस्ति भर्खर तिमीलाई सोधे थिए है यो सेकेन्ड इयर एक्जाममा. In the final year second year exam, it has been asked. So biliary tree consists of system of ducts that collect and deliver bile from the liver to the second part of duodenum. So biliary tree consists of system of ducts that collect and deliver bile from the liver to second part of duodenum. So other than the liver, formation of bile is by the hepatocytes present in the liver. Cells of the liver, that is hepatocytes, they produce bile. That bile is carried by the duct system. So this system of ducts are known as biliary tree, which carries bile from the hepatocytes of the liver to the second part of duodenum. So it is divided into intrahepatic and extrahepatic, two types. It is intrahepatic, small parts, and major parts are in the extrahepatic. So biliary trees are divided into two parts, intrahepatic and extrahepatic. The intrahepatic ducts are formed from bile ductules that join to form the segmental ducts. That segmental ducts, they joins together to form right and left hepatic ducts close to the porta hepatis. Porta hepatis भनेको त थाहा छ नि हैन? Porta hepatis, that is situated in the visceral surface of the liver, or hilum of the liver. Porta hepatis contains bile duct, portal vein, and hepatic artery. So porta hepatis, contents of porta hepatis are the bile duct, त्यसपछि hepatic artery and portal vein. So biliary tree, it is system of ducts which carries biles from the liver to the second part of duodenum, and parts divided into intrahepatic parts and extrahepatic parts. The extrahepatic consist of right and left hepatic ducts. They joins together to form the common hepatic duct. Then cystic duct joins with the common hepatic duct to form the common bile duct. Next is the gallbladder. So these are the parts of extrahepatic biliary apparatus. So what are the parts of extrahepatic biliary apparatus? Right and left hepatic ducts, common hepatic duct, cystic duct, gallbladder, and common bile duct. The last importance of when digestion is not taking place, the bile is stored and concentrated in the gallbladder, and when needed, it is delivered to the duodenum. When fatty food is present in the proximal part of the duodenum, when fatty food is present in the first part of our proximal part of the duodenum, then one hormone, what is the name of that hormone which stimulates gallbladder? Endocrine cells are on the intestine, enteroendocrine cells, EC cells, that produce cholecystokinin hormone. Then via the blood circulation, it travels to the gallbladder. Then gallbladder smooth muscles contraction takes place. Then bile is delivered to the second part of duodenum via the extrahepatic biliary system. The normal macha, there is storage of bile in the gallbladder. So these are the parts of, this is the your line. This line is approximate position of the porta hepatis. So above the porta hepatis is intrahepatic portion. This is the extrahepatic portion of the biliary tree. Intrahepatic portion and extrahepatic portion of the biliary tree. So extrahepatic consists of right and left hepatic duct, common hepatic duct, cystic duct, gallbladder, and common bile duct. So this dash line is approximate above the level of porta hepatis. So bile duct or common bile duct length is usually between 6 to 8 centimeter long. 6 to 8 centimeter long. Bile duct कसरी फर्म हुन्छ त? How does the bile duct form? It is formed by joining of cystic duct with the common hepatic duct. Right? Cystic duct with the common hepatic duct is from the bile duct. Then again, major pancreatic duct joins with the bile duct from the common bile duct and opens into the second part of the duodenum. So it has got the course. In the first part of its course, it lies in the right free margin of lesser omentum. Then it descends down. In the second part of its course, it is situated behind the first part of duodenum to the right of gastroduodenal artery. Then in the third part, it lies in the groove on the posterior surface of head of pancreas, from where it joins with the main pancreatic duct and opens in the second part of duodenum. So it has got three parts: first part, second part, and third part. Right? Parts. This is the bile duct. Right? Bile duct. This is the common hepatic duct. So common hepatic duct joins with the cystic duct to form the bile duct. Now parts of the bile duct. This is very important one. It has just been asked in your immediate senior in the final exam. Right? It is divided into supraduodenal, retroduodenal, and pancreatic or paraduodenal parts. Three parts. Supraduodenal means above duodenum, retroduodenal means posterior to the duodenum, pancreatic straight with the pancreas, or paraduodenal on the side of duodenum. Right? Supraduodenal, retroduodenal, or paraduodenal or pancreatic segments, right? Or pancreatic parts. So these are the three parts of bile duct: supraduodenal, retroduodenal, and paraduodenal or pancreatic. This is the supraduodenal part, retroduodenal part, and paraduodenal part or pancreatic segment. Right? Three parts. This is the bile duct, supraduodenal, retroduodenal, and pancreatic parts. So what are the relation of the supraduodenal? So supraduodenal segment descends posteriorly and slightly to the left, anterior to the inferior vena cava. Then in the free right border of lesser omentum, it lies anterior to the right of portal vein, then to the right of hepatic artery. So this is the relation of the supraduodenal segment. Descend posteriorly and anteriorly to the inferior vena cava, then in the right free margin of lesser omentum, then anterior to the portal vein and to the hepatic artery. Anterior to the portal vein and hepatic artery. Then another one, retroduodenal segment, lies behind the retroduodenal means posterior to the duodenum. So behind the first part of duodenum. Right? There is associated with the gastroduodenal artery. Right? Gastroduodenal artery. So retroduodenal means lies behind the first part of duodenum. Right? So during the gastric ulcer of the posterior wall, there is the hemorrhage of the gastroduodenal artery. Duodenum ma padyo hola ni. Posterior to the first part of duodenum is said with the gastroduodenal artery. Next, last part, pancreatic segment or paraduodenal segment, lies posterior to the head of pancreas. It lies up to 2 centimeters away from the middle wall of second part of duodenum and anterior to the right renal vein. Your relation पनि important छ, relation पनि सोधेको थियो 1 marks मा. It has been asked in the 1 marks. Right? 1 marks for parts of the bile duct, 1 marks for the relation of the bile duct. So main pancreatic duct usually joins it and together they open in the small ampulla in the duodenal wall called the hepatopancreatic ampulla. Ampulla भनेको dilatation के or ampulla of Vater पनि भन्छ त्यसलाई, hepatopancreatic ampulla or ampulla of Vater. So main pancreatic duct joins with the common bile duct and opens into the second part of duodenum. Right? Second part of duodenum called the hepatopancreatic ampulla. The ampulla opens into the lumen of duodenum by means of small papilla, major duodenal papilla. So in the second part of duodenum, there is projection, small projection papilla like projection of the mucosa of the duodenum, that is known as major duodenal papilla in the second part. In this major duodenal papilla, there is opening of the hepatopancreatic ampulla. Hepatopancreatic ampulla means structure forming by the joining of common bile duct and major pancreatic duct. So common bile duct and major pancreatic duct they joins together to open into the second part of duodenum. As a specific major duodenal papilla of the second part of duodenum. Right? Major duodenal papilla present in the second part of duodenum. And terminal parts of both ducts and ampulla are surrounded by circular muscle. The duct, hepatopancreatic ampulla as a whole, and common bile duct separately, and major pancreatic duct separately. It is surrounded by smooth muscles. This is surrounded by circular smooth muscle that is known as sphincter of hepatopancreatic ampulla. Right? That is known as sphincter of Oddi. Right? Sphincter of Oddi. So this is the right hepatic duct, left hepatic duct, common hepatic duct, cystic duct. This is the gallbladder, and this is the bile duct. So this is the major pancreatic duct. This is the bile duct. So this joins together and opens into the second part of duodenum. That is known as major duodenal papilla. यहाँ पनि देखाएको छ पिक्चरमा. So these are the circular smooth muscles, sphincter of Oddi. Circular smooth muscles. These are only the circular smooth muscles, but circular smooth muscles which surrounded the hepatopancreatic ampulla are known as sphincter of Oddi, right? Or sphincter of hepatopancreatic ampulla. Now, three common variation of termination of the bile duct and main pancreatic ducts is they enter the second part of duodenum. यहाँ के छ त both ducts join and drain via the major duodenal papilla, but no ampulla is present. No ampulla is present, but both ducts joins together to open into the major duodenal papilla. Second मा चाहिँ each duct opens separately. Bile duct opens separately. Major pancreatic duct opens separately in the second part of duodenum. And in the picture number C, both ducts join and open together into the ampulla. Right? The bile duct and major pancreatic duct opens into the second part of duodenum via ampulla. Right? There is formation of ampulla or dilatation. Ampulla means dilatation of the terminal part of this bile duct and major pancreatic duct. Ampulla of batter one. So there are three common variations, right, of the termination of bile duct and major or main pancreatic duct. They joins together and in the second part of duodenum without ampulla. Next is the each duct opens separately. Bile duct opens separately. Pancreatic duct, major pancreatic duct opens separately in the major duodenal papilla, right, without ampulla. Next is the presence of ampulla. Next is gallbladder. So its capacity is approximately 30 to 50 ml, but resting capacity is around 25 ml. Right? So gallbladder is a pear-shaped. It is the shape of foreign gallbladder, not Nepalese and Indians, right? Because Nepalese and Indians, they haven't dissected and researched in our people, right? This is the shape of foreign people, pear-shaped, lying on the undershape of the liver, right? Divided into fundus, body, and neck, right? Parts. Fundus, body, neck, head, body, tail one in, right? Most of the students, they will tell in exam head, body, tail, right? Parts of gallbladder, not head, body, tail, but fundus, body, neck. Right? Parts of the gallbladder are fundus, body, and neck. Fundus is very important. Right? Fundus is rounded and projects below the inferior margin of the liver. It often lies in contact with the entry. This is important. Right? Surface marking. Surface marking will be asked in the Viva. Right? Surface marking of fundus of the gallbladder. What is the surface marking for the fundus of gallbladder? So it lies in contact with the entry abdominal wall behind the 9th costal cartilage. Right? Behind the 9th costal cartilage. 9th costal cartilage, where the lateral edge of the right rectus abdominis muscle crosses the costal margin. So this is the surface marking for the fundus of gallbladder. Right? Entry abdominal wall behind the 9th costal cartilage. 9th costal cartilage behind the 9th costal cartilage, where the lateral edge of the right rectus abdominis muscle crosses the costal margin. Okay. So tip of the 9th costal cartilage, where the lateral edge of the right rectus abdominis muscle crosses the margin. So this word are important. This is the surface marking for the fundus of gallbladder. Location bhanda it fundus is round. Location bhanda it lies below the inferior margin of liver. Location surface marking of fundus of liver bhanyo it lies in the entry abdominal wall behind the tip of 9 costal cartilage. As specific, more specific, where the lateral edge of the right rectus abdominis muscle crosses the costal margin. And body lies in contact with the visceral surface of liver. And neck continues with the cystic duct, then to the common hepatic duct to form the bile duct. Fundus, body, neck, gallbladder. Parts of the gallbladder: fundus, body, neck. Approximate capacity 30 to 50 ml. Its shape is pear-shaped, and surface marking of fundus is which lies in the entry abdominal wall behind the tip of 9 costal cartilage, where the lateral edge of the right rectus abdominis muscle crosses the costal margin. See the gallbladder, fundus. This is the fundus of the gallbladder, body and tail. Fundus, body and tail. 3 parts. So the interior of the gallbladder, just like honeycomb appearance. Mauriko gar dekha cha ni, mauriko gar. Honeycomb appearance of the interior of the gallbladder. This is the cystic duct, very tortuous in nature. Spiral mucosal folds present in the cystic duct. Parts ma chahi fundus, body and neck. Fundus, body and neck. This honeycomb appearance is present by the highly foldings of the mucosal folds. Due to the mucosal folds present inside the gallbladder during the empty condition, but during the distended gallbladder, these mucosal folds are absent. But at the resting or empty gallbladder, these mucosal folds are present. They look like honeycomb appearance. Now, blood supply ke cha ta gallbladder, cystic artery. Arterial supply by the cystic artery, which is the branch of right hepatic artery. Cystic artery, which is the branch of right hepatic artery. Then venous drainage drains via the cystic vein and drains into the portal vein. So it is the cystic vein, it is the tributaries of the portal vein. Blood supply ma always you have to write arterial supply plus venous drainage, both. If you write only one, then you will get half marks in the blood supply. So blood supply means arterial supply plus venous drainage. So arterial supply via the cystic artery, which is the branch of right hepatic artery, and which is the branch of right hepatic artery, the branch of common hepatic artery, and hepatic artery is the branch of celiac trunk. Celiac trunk it is the branch of abdominal aorta. And lymphatic drainage drains via cystic lymph node, then to the celiac lymph nodes. Cystic lymph node, then to the celiac lymph nodes. So arterial supply by cystic artery, venous drainage by cystic vein to the portal vein, and lymphatic drainage drains into a cystic lymph node, then to the celiac group of lymph nodes. So these are the parts of gallbladder: fundus, body and neck. Fundus, body and neck. So surface marking for the fundus of gallbladder. What is the surface marking for the fundus of gallbladder? Example, what is the surface marking of fundus of the gallbladder? It lies in the anterior abdominal wall. Fundus of the gallbladder lies in the anterior abdominal wall behind the tip of 9 costal cartilage.
Where the lateral
rectus abdominis muscle crosses the costal margin. Tip of the 9 costal cartilage, don't forget it. Tip of the behind the tip of 9 costal cartilage. So these are the extrahepatic: right hepatic duct, left hepatic duct joins together to form the common hepatic duct. Then cystic duct joins with the common hepatic duct to form the bile duct. This is the gallbladder. So bile duct and main pancreatic duct joins together and opens into the second part of duodenum in the major duodenal papilla. Major duodenal papilla ma gaera open huncha. So whenever the fatty food is present in the proximal part of the duodenum, then kun hormone is stimulated or produce cholecystokinin pancreogenin, CCK-PZ1, and that is produced by the enteroendocrine cells present in the intestine. Then via the blood stream traverse to the gallbladder. Then they contract the smooth muscles present in the gallbladder, and bile is carried by the cystic duct to the bile duct, then to the second part of duodenum. Then fatty foods, they are emulsified and break down. So microstructure of gallbladder or microanatomy of gallbladder or histology of gallbladder, same thing. Eh? This is the epithelial lining of the gallbladder. What is the epithelium of the gallbladder? First year padhe hola ni. What is the name of epithelium present in the gallbladder? External. Ajun? Simple columnar epithelium. Very good. Eh? Simple columnar epithelium. So epithelium of gallbladder is the simple columnar epithelium. So it walls consist of mucosa, muscularis, and adventitia or serosa. Muscularis means muscle layer. Right? Mucosa, muscle layer, muscularis, and adventitia or serosa. Adventitia भनेको, what is adventitia? It is a connective tissue, right? Connective tissue layer. That part of the structures or organs, right, which are not covered by serosa. These are covered by adventitia भनेको connective tissue. Gallbladder मा हुन वाला adventitia भन्यो भने fundus part is covered by serosa and other part which attached with the liver, right, that is covered by adventitia. So serosa भने it is the peritoneum covering, right? It is lined by simple squamous epithelium. Serosa is the simple squamous epithelium. Mesothelium पनि भन्छ, flattened epithelium, simple squamous epithelium. So walls of gallbladder histologically consist of mucosa, muscle layer, muscularis, and adventitia or serosa. 3 layers है. के absent छ त्यसमा? कुन layer छैन यसमा? Which layer is absent in the gallbladder?
Submucosa.
Very good. Submucosa is absent, right? The wall of gallbladder does not contain muscularis, mucosa, or submucosa. Right? So submucosa is absent in the gallbladder. 3 layer matra hai: mucosa, muscle layer, and adventitia or serosa. Mucosa is yellowish brown and elevated into minute rugae with a honeycomb appearance. Rugae भनेको foldings के stomach मा देख्यो होला नि rugae. In stomach also there is highly folding of mucous membrane. Right? They are known as highly folding of mucosa known as rugae in the stomach. हैन? Stomach मा rugae ले के काम गर्छ? What is the function of rugae in the stomach? What is the हजुर?
Help in mixing the food.
Mixing मात्रै?
I mean churning of the food after.
मै पारेको देखाछ, मै पारेको? घोर पारे मै पार्छ नि? कसैले देखाछ मलाई? Churning of foods, हैन? One is the churning and mixing of food. त्यो गरे भने के हुन्छ? For it helps for the efficient digestion and efficient absorption, right? So presence of rugae is for the efficient digestion as well as for the efficient absorption. Churning of foods गरे small particles मा it breaks down, then small particles मा break down भएपछि there is increase in the chance of absorption, right? So efficient digestion as well as it helps in efficient absorption, right? Due to the presence of rugae in the stomach. So just like rugae, these are the mucosal foldings present in the gallbladder, right? But it is only in the empty gallbladder, right? In the distended gallbladder they are absent, right? So they look like मौरी को घार जस्तै के honeycomb appearance. अघि देखाएको थिएँ नि पिक्चरमा, I have already shown you honeycomb appearance of the gallbladder. And in sections, projection of the mucosa into the gallbladder lumen resemble intestinal villi. Histologically हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ these mucosal elevation they look like villi, but they are not fixed structure and surface flattens as the gallbladder fills with bile. So in empty gallbladder they look like villi, but during the distended gallbladder they are absent. The epithelial cells actively absorb water and solids from the bile and concentrate it up to 10 times. So up to 10 times concentration of the bile is done by the epithelial cells present in the gallbladder. They are simple columnar epithelial cells. Then thin fibromuscular layer is composed of fibrous tissue mixed with smooth muscle cells arranged loosely in longitudinal, circular, and oblique muscles. Right? These are the muscular layer. So this is the picture of gallbladder mucosa, and this is the foldings, mucosal foldings of the gallbladder. they looks like villi, looks like villi. Mucosa muscularis, adventitia or serosa, right? There is absence of submucosa. And epithelial lining is the simple columnar epithelium. This is a clear picture. Right? These are the foldings of mucosa of the foldings of mucosa of the gallbladder. Epithelium is the simple columnar epithelium, lamina propria, muscularis, serosa or adventitia. These are the microanatomy of gallbladder or microstructure of gallbladder or histology of gallbladder. Right? Don't forget that soft mucosa is absent in the gallbladder. Right? So wall mucosa, muscle layer, muscularis layer, and adventitia or serosa. Mucosa, there is epithelial lining which is lined by simple columnar epithelium. Diverticulum or chutes, these are the foldings of the gallbladder during the section, and they present in like this as a glandular structure, just like glandular structure, but these are not the glands. Diabetic, these are only the cord section of the gallbladder. So don't confuse with the villi and foldings of the gallbladder.